Years of emotional testimony and efforts that never crossed the finish line. Florida is now the first state to require EKG testing for high school student athletes.
The governor signed the bill into law, which was inspired by parents who lost their children to undiagnosed heart conditions. News Channel 8's Capitol Bureau reporter Mackenzie Laporte is in Tallahassee with a closer look at this legislation.
Driven by tireless advocacy and heartbreak, grieving parents across all corners of the state who lost their children without warning can finally claim victory as the Second Chance Act now becomes law.
And we never imagined that 2 weeks after his 18th birthday, we would be burying him.
For years, parent after parent made their painful trip to the State House pleading for change.
And after he died, we found out that he had a rare heart condition that EKG could have found.
With the hopes to prevent future heartbreak, the new law requires high school student athletes to get an electrocardiogram or an EKG before playing any sports. And for those with abnormal results, they must get medical clearance. However, there are exceptions. Students may opt out for religious reasons, and schools who are unable to offer EKGs for under $50 can waive the requirement.
Show the bill passes.
And while the bill passed unanimously, cost concerns still remain.
And so you think about families that are trying to meet that requirement, and the system just isn't built to meet the requirement that we were thinking about setting.
Some lawmakers warn that families already strapped for funds may struggle to afford even a low-cost test. But for parents like Gail Gaynor, Marucci Mendez, and Sean Sema, this is a major step forward.
I'd like to say if it saves one kid's life, it's worth it, but I promise you it's going to save thousands.
For parents who've buried their children and continue to beg lawmakers to act, the Second Chance bill is more than just policy. It's peace. The bill was signed in by the governor, but the full requirements won't start until the 2026 school year. Lawmakers are now encouraging school districts to partner with providers to help bring the cost down for families who may need the help. They say they plan to return next year and revisit funding solutions. Here outside of the State House, Mackenzie Laporte, 8 on your side.